So good morning guys, it is Sunday. We're going to have a full day of eating for you. So Sundays are typically my rest day and also my check-ins with all my online clients. So it's about 6 a.m. Gonna get this coffee down me, go and get some steps in, and then we'll come back and have my first meal. Today's calories are 3,100 with 470 carbs, 200 protein and 50 fat. I'm fairly flexible with them, but I always make sure that I hit a minimum 200 protein and that my carbs dominate the day. So we're going to get some steps in, start the day nice and early, but first chug down a coffee. So one thing I did quickly want to mention whilst I'm out on my walk is just cover the subject very quickly, very briefly about fasted cardio, because technically this would be classed as fasted cardio, fasted steps, because I've only had a black coffee. It's not superior. The only reason I do it is I know when I get back from these steps I'm going to be hungry, so I'd rather get them out of the way and then be able to get a meal in afterwards than eat, go out and get like 10-12,000 steps in, potentially get stitch, not feel as good whilst I'm walking. So that'll be also then my overall like eating window throughout the day is going to be slightly smaller because I'll probably eat at 7 instead of 6 or half 5. Therefore the chance of me spilling over my calorie goal or calorie budget throughout the day is lower. So there's nothing special about fasted cardio, it just suits my lifestyle at the moment. Don't know why I always do that. I always go like that at the end of a video. So I've just got back from my walk. Meal one about to go down. First of all, I'm just going to have my pills. So 1 glucosamine sulfate tablet, 2 D3 tablets, 1 fish oil tablet, and 1 multivitamin. And then we are going to have 75 grams of oats with 100 grams of mixed frozen fruit, 20 grams of jam, topped off with the famous whey paste, which is 1 scoop of bulk powders, salted caramel whey. Whey paste is nothing like interesting, guys. It's literally a scoop of whey and then like 50 grams of water and mix it up. It's not nothing crazy. So let's get meal one down. So we are gonna pour the whey paste. This is the content. Oh, love that. So this meal is just over 500 calories. We're looking at 70 carb, 8 fat, and about 32 protein. So I'll get this down. It's just about 7:30 hours out for about an hour and a half, getting my steps in. We'll eat this, and then my first call is at 8 a.m. So I'll head upstairs to my desk. As always, stay hydrated. I try and get 1 shaker down with every meal. One thing I should also say is if you're dieting and you're not eating with a teaspoon, you're doing it wrong. Makes it last so much longer. Feel like you're eating more. Work smarter, not harder, guys. Come on. Delicious. So meal number 2 is about to go down. I'm gonna have 100 grams of cooked chicken, 300 grams of boiled potatoes, and then I've got it down here, but it's already cooked, already dished up even, 200 grams of frozen veg, and then we'll top it off with probably about 10 grams of sweet Chinese hoisin sauce, and then maybe a little bit of salt and pepper. Fairly standard, so the time is, I think it's about 10:30 now. Yeah, just gone 10:30, so I'm in between client calls, so I'm gonna quickly wolf this down. So I sit downstairs. This is what we've got: 300 potato, 200 veg, 100 chicken. So we're looking at about 540 calories, 75 carb, I think 7 fat, and like 40 protein. So I'm gonna smash this down whilst watching some YouTube. I think Chris Bumstead's just dropped a new video, so watch that quickly, eat this, and then back in for check-ins. I think next meal will be tuna and rice, standard. So I'm just gonna have a Fanta Zero. I think there's like 2 calories in, so I thought I'd track it. put it in there. Oh, it's a fake Fanta Zero. I have fizzy drinks sort of, well, I'll probably have like 1 Monster a day when I'm training. And then on my rest days, I'll have sort of a 0 calorie fizzy drink. Just aids with like appetite suppressant. So something a little bit fizzy takes up that sort of bit of space in your stomach. So crack one of these open whilst I've just finished up one client call. So just doing a little bit of program for them, making some tweaks, and then I've got another one in like 15 minutes. So crack this open. Oh, what a beautiful sound. So it is 2 o'clock. We are now going to be having some rice, tuna, and then like a beetroot salad on the side of it with a Baby Bell, just for good measure. If you are not eating Baby Bell Lights, 42 calories, 5 grams of protein, what are you doing with your life? You need them. And then we've also got some light mayonnaise. So my approach, as you've probably seen too, I can't see where I put it now, that sauce I had earlier. At the moment, I still have the calories where I can put like mayonnaise and sauces on. I mean, this is, I think, like 9 calories per serving. I want to enjoy my food still. As we get deeper into the prep, I understand that things like this and ketchup or whatever might get pushed to a side. So I can stick on having whole foods and a little bit more of that. But whilst I've still got the calories to put in sort of your mayonnaises, your honeys, your like barbecue sauces, I'm going to, so I can enjoy my food. Because no one wants to eat plain chicken every day. I'm sure it will come to that stage when we're 5 days out or whatever. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy it. So this is probably like the biggest meal of my day. We have got 1 full packet of rice, so 250 grams of rice, loads of leafy salad, 1 tin of tuna, 2 servings of the low-fat mayonnaise, and a Baby Bell, then some beetroot and gherkin in there as well. And also I wanted a little bit of extra carbs and a nice little, nearly dropped it, sweet treat, so some jam on a rice cake. This meal's coming in at about 650 calories in total, 100 carb, 42 protein, and 10 fat. So it's about 2 o'clock now. I'm gonna smash this down. We've got 3-4 more check-ins to do. Been slaying it today, been really productive, so we'll keep on going, chugging forward, get some beetroot down us. Beetroot's underrated, you know. Big fan, delicious. Let's carry on. Rightio, so it's about 5 p.m. So we are gonna have some Cocoa Pops. As every adult male should have their dinner. Some Cocoa Pops with a little coating of protein granola, topped off with protein shake, 1.5 scoops, and then we're gonna have 2 rice cakes. So very carb heavy again, but simple, easy, and nice and quick because I'm a busy boy today, so I need to be in and out of the kitchen, but instead I'm talking to a camera in my cupboard. Meal 4 going down. So we've got 2 rice cakes with 20 grams of jam in, 45 grams of whey, Cocoa Pops, and 15 grams of granola. Just shy of 700 calories. So real simple, quick meal. It's about 5 o'clock now. So that's 100 carb, 10 fat, and 40 protein roughly. Smash this down. Then we've got one final pre-bed meal where we'll get a load of fruit, well, a load of fruits in. So yeah, one final call left to do, 2 programs to write. Fairly boring day, sitting at the desk all day, eating a load of Cocoa Pops and granola. Delicious. Final meal of the day, it's about 8:30, so pre-bed meal. Going for, look how delicious that is. 75 grams of oats, 10 grams of dark chocolate, 100 grams of frozen cherries, and then 50 grams of frozen berries. And on top of that, I'm going to I've made like a whey paste, but this time just with my casein. Normally I'd have my casein and like my last meal at different times, but the other night I was short on time and made a casein paste, put it on top with the cherries and the dark chocolate, and it was delicious. So it's definitely going to become a routine of mine, I think. And then I'm also going to finish off with 2 kiwis. If you follow me, you know we're a big fan. We're team kiwi, team skin on as well. I'll eat that whole like that. Then I'll have 2 ZMA tablets, 1 ashwagandha tablet, 1 glucosamine sulfate tablet, and 1 cod liver oil tablet. So this last meal, the kiwis, the casein, and the beautiful bowl of oats, it's going to be about 650 calories, about 90, I think I said, yeah, 95 carb, about 10 fat, and 40 protein, taking the totals to 3,106 calories, which is basically bang on what we want. 452 carb, 50 fat even, 48 fat, and 201 carb, 201 protein even, sorry. So basically bang on the refeed numbers that I want. As you can see, like my refeed days, I just eat more of the same food I'd normally eat. I add an extra meal in, or just take the calories a little bit higher, the servings of carbs and oats. I mean, normally at lunch I'd have half a packet of rice and split that between 2 meals, the packet of rice. So on the refeeds, you don't need it to be anything special. You don't need to see it as like a cheat day or anything, or start demonizing certain food groups. Eat good whole foods. Keep the skin on your kiwi. It's got all the fiber in. That is not ripe. We'll crack on anyway. But that's basically been a full day of eating. I'll put the calories, macros from each meal up probably, and potentially I'm looking to do like a pricing breakdown in a minute. So you might see me in the future. So me tomorrow when I'm breaking this down. If not, couldn't be bothered. So peace and love, or potentially see you in a second. So I have broken down my full day of eating into pricing, as I do think it's quite interesting, and as I know when I was a student, it was always something that was playing on my mind, and I'm probably still quite financially aware, and try and not waste money basically, as I think we all should. So I've broken it down into each meal. One thing I haven't included is sort of the coffee, the Fanta, thinking about it, and also my supplements, the supplements like the pills. If it was the casein or the whey that I've consumed as part of a meal, I have included that. So breakfast meal 1, the oats, frozen fruit, jam and whey, actually only came to 68p, and 30 pence of that came from the whey, came from the protein. So the supplement there, the protein supplement, was sort of like nearly half of the price, but that was 68p for my breakfast. Then the chicken and potato meal was £1.20. I've taken the average that you can get a kilogram of chicken for £5, which I think is like fresh chicken. You can get that quite comfortably. Realistically, that was probably a cheaper meal, as that was frozen chicken I bought. The tuna and rice meal was the most expensive. However, I did have a lot of beetroot, gherkins and fresh salad with that, and that was £2.10 in total. Cocoa Pops, there was the next meal, so Cocoa Pops, whey and rice cakes and jam, that was 87p, so that was a real cheap meal and one of my higher calorie meals. That does sort of back up the thing that eating unhealthy food is a little bit cheaper, but I still think the meals before that, for like sort of £1.20, you can get a nice chicken and potato meal. And then finally the casein and the oats with the dark chocolate and cherries was £1.49. So in total over the day, I only spent £6.34 on my meals. And this is obviously my most expensive day because it's my refeed, my higher calorie day. This was 3,100 calories. Next full day of eating I do on my 2,800, or if my calories drop, if my weight plateaus,
I'll break it down again and show you how we can eat healthily and eat cheaply and eat within a budget. So £6.34 for a full day of eating, over 200 grams of protein, 450 carbohydrates. I don't think that's too bad. As always, if you want to like, subscribe, share, I will love you even more than normal. Peace out.